Hello, boys, girls, and MBs. Welcome back to the stream. If you clicked on this video, you are probably wondering what we're talking about. Well, I'm going to talk about this Rich Lux and Hasan thing. This has been an ongoing situation. I've been kind of looking at it from afar, and I want to talk about it. Adam McIntyre actually brought up something. It was unironically right here today that made me think about all this. So we'll get into that. Also, a couple little smaller topics. We're also going to get into the Chappell Roan situation here. If you didn't see that, we'll get into that in a little bit. But as far as the smaller things, we got a couple little fun clips. We got this guy with the toaster. We got this is a clip I saw on TikTok. I brought up a topic I wanted to talk about. It was also something that I had been thinking about. So I wanted to talk about that. This guy was on my feed like crazy. This guy was all over my feed, in fact. And he was talking about how he thinks water bottles are linked to cancer. I don't wear a tinfoil hat, but sometimes these tinfoil hat theories I get a little curious about. Because I'm not going to lie, the thought has entered my cabeza, all right? So we're going to get into that. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Also, the other topic, holy crap, I hope I didn't lose it. Oh, my God. I think I lost that one, but we'll get into the Sora story. It looks like Sora decided to dip out, so we'll get into that. And then what else? What else I have queued up? If we get to it at the end, Alan Richson. I don't know if you guys saw this situation. We'll get into that at the end if we get towards it. And then maybe we'll recap Hasan addressing the Cuba attire situation and maybe this Sleepy video. Pegasus obsessed with Hasan Piker. Everyone has Hasan Piker derangement syndrome. It's awesome. It's a weird world we're living in. Also, we gotta do the thing we normally do. We gotta crack it. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Xavier. And crack this baby open. Oh, it's steaming. That was crazy. I've never seen this drink steam. Wow. Cheers. If you're new here, I talk about internet news and drama very frequently via this live stream. So if you're watching this later, it's a VOD. Sometimes people watch these VODs and they go, bro, come on. Speed up. Just like, hurry up. I'm like, dude, it's a live stream. You're supposed to hang with your chatters. And those of you that are seeing, that have been here before, you might notice a little change of location. I'm away right now. I'm out of town, and I brought my setup with me, and I'm bad at looking at the camera where I have it set up. I feel like I should do something about that. I feel like I gotta drop the camera down like one little notch so it's easy. I also have a light right above it. That's probably making it a lot harder for me, but all things considered, the away stream setup, not bad. Not bad, all right? You gotta give me some credit for that. Shall we do it? Shall we freaking, it's a Thursday night. We freaking get into it? All right. The streamer who went viral for sticking a fork in a toaster did it again. All right, I'm gonna take a look at this, see what's up.
Hey Bernard, I forgot to butter my toast. Is it safe to get it out with a fork?
Yes, it is safe. Just make sure the toaster...
Dude, dog.
It is safe.
Like, I'm trying to see every split second. Why is there a big wet spot? I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but there is a... Maybe I have to move my camera. Here, I'll try to move my camera so you guys can see. There's like a wet spot on his pants. You see that? Why does it look like he pissed himself? What's going on here? What's happening? All right, let's do this.
Just make sure the toaster is unplugged first.
What
Be really
happened?
careful with the fork so you don't get a shock. After all, you don't want to taste a bad idea.
Wait, so why is his chat spamming W's? Also, what is he live streaming on? Is this Kick or something? Is this what Kick streamers do now? They stick... God damn, man. I mean, I guess people are getting a little bit, you know, they want that sweet old coin. But to get that coin, I guess you gotta do dumbass shit and go viral. So you might as well stick a fucking fork in a toaster to get that coin. God, dude. I'm gonna go outside in a lightning storm to get this channel to pop off. I'm gonna go outside in a lightning storm and fucking... I don't know. I'm gonna do everything to tell you not to do in a lightning storm, and then pretend like I didn't know these were things you weren't supposed to do, and then be like, huh, get it? Yeah, dog. People, God, we are an unconscionable society these days. I'm gonna chuck through like the slower things first, all right? Next up, I have this clip. This is something I feel like this thought enters my mind at least like once a week. So I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm also gonna turn the music down just a tad because I feel like the music might be a smidge loud. All right, there we go. Did that even do anything? I don't know. It did for me. Let's play it.
What I've been thinking about recently is the way that we all act like we don't need each other. Like, everyone has this mentality of, oh, I can do it myself. I don't need anybody. I got it. Like,
okay. That was what I wanted to talk about this. I think we live in I think what happened is the pandemic happened, and a lot of society was molded around this idea of like, well, we're fucked. We're now not around. Like, maybe in the corporate world is maybe where it began, because a lot of people in the corporate world are doing things in their office together. And then now that they were all isolated when the pandemic happened, it was like this corporatized idea of how can we make things doable on your own? And then that idea, I think, expanded past just like the corporate world. I think it went into like the sphere of everybody else, and it became this. And I do think too, I don't think it's just the pandemic. I think the pandemic certainly accelerated it, but I think this idea of like, how can you do things on your own and do things in an independent way that is still, you know, accessible. And I think it has to do a lot with like capitalism, because what ended up happening, especially after the pandemic, is a lot of people got a job that was not just like a graphic designer. You'd get a job and it wouldn't be just to do that. Your job would be graphic designer, photographer, you know, coordinator, also motion graphics creator. Like, you'd be all these things instead of when those used to be individual jobs. So it was this idea that if you can get a human to learn to be as independent as possible and do all these things on your own, then the corporate world can use that to their advantage to then extract employee. Maybe I'm going too tinfoil hat on this, but I feel like I'm right. You can easily extract employees and go, wait, no, but people know how to do that stuff all on their own. Because the way I used to see it is like, and not to be like, look at me or anything, but like, I've personally, since the get-go, have always been that kind of person that's like, I shoot, I edit, I also know some stuff about graphic design, I also know how to do this. Like, I've always known how to do things like pretty much on my own and without asking for help. That's always been how I've operated. And at a certain point, I do remember there being people being like, that's kind of fucking weird, you know? But especially post-pandemic, I saw that become more normalized, and people were like, oh, wait, you're just like us now, you know? So I think this whole idea of this everything being hyperly independent, being on your own, and being able to accomplish on your own can get a little hairy at times. I think she's going to talk about that.
I don't need to rely on anybody else. I can just do it myself. And to a certain extent, I feel like that mentality can be helpful, but it gets to a point where we all just kind of self-isolate. And I feel like this is sort of a post-COVID aftermath effect, or just like a byproduct of living in the hyper-individualistic society that we live in. But I'm thinking back to the way that I was in my early 20s, where I would literally reach out to people that I found interesting all the time and just like meet up for coffee and pick their brains and ask for advice and ask about how they got to the.
Now, I see the other side of this argument, right? Because then, of course, there's going to be people that are going to comment or say something like, well, people just got kind of lazy, and, you know, if you really want to do it, you can go out there yourself and you can go do it, right? But I do think that that argument is valid to a certain degree, because as the messaging towards hyper-independence becomes more normalized, then when you're not doing things in a hyperly independent way, you almost get chewed away at in the broader society. Also, I don't know if anyone can see this on camera. Probably not. But my eyelashes and literally part of my hair. Today, I spent the last couple days, there was a big tree, like a quarter of a tree that fell. So I spent like a whole day and a half cutting giant logs with a sawzall and just like burning them and cutting them, burn them, cutting them, like literally a giant beech tree. A quarter of this tree fell. So I was cutting it up. And then at a certain point today, when I threw in the last log, as I was getting ready to wrap it up, I threw the log in and I was like, oh, and I looked over to see if I pitched it in the right way. And as soon as I did that, the like flame caught a funny way with the wind and it went whoosh, right past my face, and it burned like the tips of my eyelashes. And I've been feeling that. And I don't like how it feels. And yeah, my eyelashes feel weird. I don't know if anyone can see it on camera. Maybe not, but my eyelashes got burnt. I don't know if this is the second time I've done this. One time a grill exploded on me, went pow, and it burnt. So, that's why I'm blinking an obscene amount. That's why. But back to her video. What the heck am I even talking about?
Place where they are now, and I just don't do that anymore. And I kind of want to start doing that again. Like, do people pick up the phone and call their friends for help? Because I kind of stopped doing that. And I feel like maybe there's a few reasons why, and I think part of it is just like feeling this need to like do everything myself. But it's kind of like, well, what's the point?
You know what's kind of funny too? When I think back to it, especially when I was a young kid in school, a lot of what you would do, a lot of what they would train you with, especially in elementary and a little bit in middle school, they would be very focused on doing group projects. And I remember there was always like that one person, I'm not going to get into this whole tangent because there's a whole thing, but there was always like someone that like wouldn't do the group project, and it would just be down to like one person or like, but it's still nonetheless the messaging was like, yeah, you should be using your friends around you in order to accomplish a task. That was why they did group projects, right? To teach people how to work together. But in modern day society, I don't think that's how it's working anymore, unfortunately. And I'm looking at the comments here. It says, I gave up for real. I maybe had one or two friends over 30 in the past decade that initiated time together. I mean, if hyper-independence is a lie, we're all sold. We're all, I call them my friends throughout the week, but I'll be on the phone for hours with the person at a time. You'll never regret having these conversations, but you'll never, let's start a book. Been thinking about this. Yeah, I don't know. I just think hyper-independence, I think, is going to lose its track at a certain point, probably.
our relationships if we can't, like, somewhat rely on each other? And is that not a beautiful thing? I think truly successful people recognize where they fall short and where they might be vulnerable and are not afraid to ask for help. And so I would like to start doing that again, and also maybe just like ask.
I don't know. I say it at the end of every stream. I'm like, tell your homies you love them. And I tell you to go hang with the homies, you know? I think it's important, especially, I've been doing it a lot. I've been hanging out with a lot of people lately. I think that's why I haven't been streaming as much as I'm used to streaming, because I've been out touching grass, hanging out. I feel like I'm not looking at my camera. I need to be better. I need to look at the chat. Also, I have this sneaking suspicion that my stream may have not gone public. Okay, yeah, I don't think it went public. Or maybe it's effing. Is my stream effing? Uh-oh. I hope the stream's not effing. I hope it's good. It doesn't usually F here. Did it go public? I can't tell if it went... Okay, excellent. I hope this fucking stream went public. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay. Stream settings. Public. Oh, thank God. Okay, wait. I need to edit one thing. Oh, that's what happened. The fucking ads. I don't know why that setting changes every time. Okay, wait. Ads. Where's the ad setting? Add. Low ads. Jesus. All right, there we go. All right, we're back. We're back. Okay. Let's get into the water bottle situation. Let's talk about the water bottle guy. Official crazy random dad. I never buy bottled water. I'll say this. Off rip, I'll say this. I know this is crazy of me, but listen. I'm not a big tinfoil hat guy, but I know this has nothing to do with water. When I hear people say things like, "Oh, red meat might be linked to like cases of cancer," or I hear things like you know, there was like those plastic water bottles that they had to extract and say, "Oh no, you should use this kind of water bottle instead, the kind that doesn't have this sort of material," or this is the one that I've been really adamant about over the last like 8 years or so. Is I look at the water bottle and if it says purified water, even if someone's like, here's some water, and it says purified on it, I'm that asshole that spins it around and is like, you can have this back. I will rather like die of thirst than drink purified water. I look at it to make sure it says natural spring water, and I do that. I've done it ever since I found this guy right here. It's right here. Water. Where did he go? The water Where'd the water sommelier? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? The water sommelier guy. This guy right here. This guy used to always talk about it. He used to always talk about Martin Rees. This guy. Here he is. He used to always talk about, like, let's see. Does he talk about it here?
Water for me. It's always funny to me when I see both brands, Dasania and Smart Water, right next to each other. And most of people choosing Smart Water because they're thinking they're buying premium. So Dasania and Smart Water are both purified waters. They're both coming from the house of Coca-Cola.
Dasani tastes like gutter water. So he points that out. I'm trying to see if he has the video that I once saw. Maybe not because it was so long ago. But anyway, yeah, he made that video, and ever since he made that video talking about purified versus natural spring water, now I only drink natural spring water. But let's see what this guy has to say. Let's see.
Somebody dying from cancer.
Dude. These water bottles are hell on earth. I'm sorry. You should not be able to like crinkle a water bottle like that. Just you shouldn't be able to grab a water bottle. Something seems a little. I know that there's gonna be a lot of like, I don't know, people that are like, oh man, you gotta preserve the earth though, dog. They're saving, 100 trees a year by using these kinds of water bottles. Or I don't fucking care, okay? You shouldn't be able to do that with a water bottle.
That's why. Prostate cancer, colon cancer, stomach cancer. This is why. Ask yourself, what has changed over the last 20 years? And why is everybody dying from cancer? This right here. This is made from petroleum. When you take this bottle and you fill it up and you seal it up, this water's sitting in fumes for anywhere from 3 to 6 months.
In fumes? It's made from petroleum. Hold on. Because I'm not smart enough, I have to look this up. Petroleum and health effects. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what it says. One of us is public and health effects, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Gasoline fumes, oil on pavement. This is not the same respiratory petroleum products that are on the list. Gasoline, diesel fuel, lubricants, snowmobiles. How are released? Okay, wait. Maybe I need to search, like, how is water bottle petroleum? Linked to health effects. Okay. I'm still getting some of the same results here. Petroleum hydrocarbons in water. What happens if I swallow water with petroleum? Okay, I feel like we're getting somewhere here with this. Drinking water containing petroleum hydrocarbons can cause an upset stomach, cramping, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. Your throat may get irritated. What happens if water with petroleum gets on my skin? No. Okay, how can this affect my... What? No, come back. No, come back. No, come back. What the... What? No, we're getting glitchy here. How can this affect my health? Evaluation of the possibility of long-term health effects is ongoing. Based on current information, people exposed to contaminated drinking water are not expected for long-term health effects. So is this debunking what that guy is saying? Leave the area and get fresh air. Did this totally debunk that guy? Interesting. Let's see. Because like I said, this could be a tinfoil hat video.
I know. I used to own the largest bottled water company in Northern California called Hillcrest Springs Bottled Water. I'm telling you right now, the only thing that's really changed is the way we drink water. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We buy it for convenience. We give this to our children. We drink it. We leave it in our car. This is killing people.
Okay, this is probably a tinfoil hat theory video. I don't know why it was smeared all over my feed the other day. Every time I opened up TikTok, it was just there. We can't even drink. That's why I only drink beer. Glass water is expensive, but they only give us glass bottles, no problem. Okay, this very well likely could have been a tinfoil hat video. My mom died of cancer. She rarely drank bottled water. So, I mean, it's everything we consume. Doesn't matter what you do, how well you eat, drink, something will always get to you. Just, yeah. I kind of give yourself to God. Okay, dude. Okay. That's crazy. Also, where the heck is everyone? There's nobody here. Nobody's hanging out. I might end stream early. I might call it. Nobody's here. Nobody's hanging tonight. Let's see. Yeah, I might call it. I may or may not call it. I gotta do something here. Maybe I have a slight sneaking suspicion as to what's going on here. Hold on a second. Let me adjust something here. Stream settings, okay. What if, hold on, let me, hold on. I might change the title and thumbnail around. I'm gonna do that real quickly here. Hold on. Quick thumbnail change, all right? And one moment, I am changing the thumbnail as I wait for chatters to hop in. And it might just be a bad night to stream too. Might just be a bad night. Or maybe people are tired. Could also be it. Alright, and okay. Sorry about that. I'm getting there. We're gonna get into the bigger stories here. Alright, and choom. Choom. You remember that sound effect from the choom. PS3. Choom. The eraser tool. Magic eraser. Alright. And desktop. Okay. And magic eraser tool. White. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't normally do that. I do this. Alright, and hold on. Almost done changing it. I don't want to show it on screen yet. Unless people really want to see it, but. I do. Okay. And switch it to white. Stroke and black stroke. Okay. There we go. All right. And switching it up. I've never done this before on a live stream. Sorry about that. All right. And boom. Thumb 2. Okay. Changed it up. There we go. We're back. Did a little work. We switched it up. And we're back. We're live and alive. You guys, who's here? Who's here? Comment a 1. All right. Let's move on. Chappell Roan, all right? I wanted to start it off with a Fantano video and then get into it. I think this is a good. We don't need to watch the whole entire thing. I'm just gonna play a part of it and then we'll get into more of it. Let's start.
Not to say Chappell is anywhere near a perfect person, or that I haven't had my criticisms of public statements she's made in the past, but as you may have noticed, she was easily one of the most talked about music celebrities last week, simply over this really weird one-off on-camera interaction she had with a handful of paparazzi and photographers outside of some establishment she was going into.
All of you, I ask you kindly to please leave me alone and stop following me.
Can you give us something nice? Can you just sign? What are you wearing? Okay, sure, no problem. You have your choice, yeah.
If you're wondering how to...
And what you wearing?
Which again, I did not even say anything about this.
Now, listen, I play that clip because I think Chappell Roan does not like when people, I mean, listen. To each their own. There's certain artists that, like, I have this, like, recollection of someone like Mac DeMarco, where he would kind of just hop into crowds and, like, fans, and, like, I've got a few friends that have been like, oh, yeah, I smoked with him, or, like, I had a drink with him, or, like, because he just, like, hopped into their circle and just started hanging with them out of nowhere, right? And, like, there is a difference between, like, you know, someone like him and Chappell Roan for sure. But I say it to say that not every artist appreciates, like, people who just come up to them. And I think she got canceled the first time around because her security was, like, telling people to go away or whatever. And I think we live in a weird world today where it's like we have this, somehow this expectation is there that we have this permission structure of we're allowed to surround ourselves around artists and be right in their face because we see them, and that's like a totally normal thing, when it's not. In fact, it's not for every, like, some artists even have constant security around them as they walk around, right? Because they have like too many fans and they're too worried about what will happen with them and things like that, right? And I think Chappell Roan's security is very protective of her. Now, what happened recently was this. So, Chappell Roan, I'll read it right here. The former Chelsea and Arsenal FC midfielder revealed that his wife and 11-year-old daughter, I should make that bigger. I like Caroline's take. Caroline made a funny Instagram video about it. I'll see if I can find her Instagram video. I watched this video like 10 times before I went to sleep last night, and I couldn't figure it out. I think it might have been because I was too tired, but I was like laughing and then not laughing. You know when people say like laughing but very serious? That was kind of me watching this.
So I saw online that Chappell Roan yelled at a girl or punched her or shot her in the face. I don't know, whatever. But honestly, I always knew that she was a fucking bitch. Some people just aren't meant to be famous. And frankly, I think we're all done with her. Hashtag cancel Chappell.
Hashtag. I must have watched this video like 100 times over last night, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But then I realized I got trapped by comedy like a fucking idiot. But Chappell Roan did the crime, did the thing, you know. So here's what happened. So this is the story, and maybe if I've got things wrong, I'm open to interpretation here. But according to his account, his daughter, a fan, woke up excited, making a handmade sign of possibly seeing someone she admired. The Flamingo footballer, Kayla says on YouTube, does pop culture, and I like her take. The Flamingo footballer says her daughter recognized Chappell Roan as she walked past the table during breakfast, but rather than approaching or speaking, she asked for a photo. She simply looked to confirm it was her, smiled, and returned to her seat. What followed, he claims, was completely disproportionate. Oh my god, I just realized I definitely cannot do that. Okay. My phone is on the brink of death, and I did not fucking charge it. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm back. I keep forgetting to fucking charge my phone. Alright, here we go. We're back. Blah, 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 blah. We're back. Security guard approached the table. Shh. Hold on. Oh, I missed it. I missed a big chunk of it. Okay. God, this stream sucks dog water. The Flamingo footballer says his daughter recognized Chappell Roan as she walked past her table during breakfast. Rather than approaching her, speaking, or asking for a photo, she simply looked to confirm it was her, smiled, and returned to her seat. What followed, he claims, was completely disproportionate. According to him, a security guard approached the table after and began addressing both his wife and daughter in what he described as an extremely aggressive manner, accusing them both of being disrespectful and harassing guests. He says the situation escalated to the point where a complaint was threatened, all while his daughter sat there in tears. My 11-year-old daughter was sitting there crying, he wrote. She was extremely shaken. He spent years in the public eye at the highest level of football, stressed that he understands the importance of boundaries when it comes to frame and interaction. But in this case, he believes the line was never crossed. This is an interesting thing because this is also someone who gets kind of like, you know, known in public. I understand what we respect and what boundaries are. What happened there was not that. I want to be watching stream, but I'm stuck at work. Hoping you make it back soon. Yeah, I hope you make it back soon. Also, I think you mentioned to me before you watched Curtis. Curtis streamed earlier today, I noticed. Remembers to charge car, doesn't remember to charge phone. Yeah, fuck. That literally, if my phone is dead, I cannot drive my fucking car. Oh yeah, I mean, if I'm still streaming, I hope you make it back soon. I appreciate you hopping in. Holy shit, I didn't even take into account what time it's a Thursday. Okay, that makes sense. This is just a really interesting situation here. This person wrote, I went through this very exciting situation with my family earlier. This person wrote, I went through a very upsetting situation with my family earlier. How did I just blend 6 words into 1 word? What the fuck? My wife, Kat Cavelli and Sam Paulo for Lollapalooza BR. This morning, my daughter woke up and criminally said she made a sign she was happy seeing art. Okay, it's basically all this. Now, I think we should revert back to, well, let's revert back to the Fantano video for a second, and then we'll get over to her response.
Clip. It was such a nothing burger, and yet it generated untold amounts of headlines and TikToks and think pieces about how terrible and awful and entitled of a person she is, simply for not enjoying being hounded by randos and orbiters and paparazzi. Like, I'm sorry, did we not just culturally go through this moment where we
God, dude, I'm so fucking stupid. Because I would let my phone die, I purposely streamed upstairs. Normally when you guys see me streaming up here, or normally when you see me streaming, I'm streaming in the basement. But it gets cold down there, and because I'm the only one here, I can stream upstairs today. And I was like, I'm gonna stream up here because then I can stay at a normal temperature, not freeze. Usually I stream down there for like an hour, and then I get too cold and I have to turn stream off. But now that I'm up here, my phone died, which means it sent a thing to the fucking temperature, and I can feel the temperature dropping in here. So I have to turn the temperature up because my phone was dying. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Hold on. God damn it. I'm so fucking stupid. Jesus fuck. Ah! I cannot let my phone die. God. Because I let my phone die, the house was slipping down to 58. It was at 64. I set it to 73. I was like, it's feeling a little bit colder, more like the basement that I'm familiar with. Oh my god, dude. I cannot let my phone die. I cannot let my phone die anymore. Twice today. That's what happens when you touch grass. You don't give a fuck about your phone. Okay. Crazy fact is, his stepdaughter and the kid is the dad, actor Jude Law. That was his stepdaughter, and the kid's dad is the actor Jude Law. Jesus Christ.
Thought, like, how bad hounding celebrities was back in the 2000s, and we were all supposed to be coming to grips with, like, all of that was not good. The culture it created was toxic and bad for everybody, and we should from here on out just be rejecting it. Did we undo that discourse? Did that just not happen? We're not doing that now? The 2000s are back, y'all. That's why everyone is heroin chic skinny again. So now, this week, we are seeing an even larger flood of headlines and hateful comments and responses in response to a somewhat similar story, one that frankly has even less hard material details to it, because it all comes secondhand from an Instagram post launched by a football player, a soccer player, who told this harrowing story of how his daughter was upset by a security guard who was just innocently, I guess, looking at Chappell from afar at a hotel. And this little girl, her whole life was ruined by Chappell Roan via this security guard. And this not only had Brazilian...
I think the interesting thing about this, though, and this is probably very surface level of any of this issue, is that the younger you are, and if you have any like negative interaction at the point of seeing your favorite singer or whatever the fuck in public, the worse it's gonna get. It's gonna stain your thought of what you think of this star, because this girl had this interaction. She's probably gonna be like anti Chappell Roan now, or have like a yuck for Chappell Roan in her mind at least. Maybe the kid, maybe the kid had bad vibes. Did we consider that?
And
did we consider she's a woman? Fucking joke. It's a joke.
American social media freaking out, respectively. But also the mayor of
Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, she got banned from there. I'm sorry I'm like a little low on the finer details of all this, but part of the reason why is that apparently the finer details don't fucking matter, because eventually, once Chappell Roan came to social media to just clear the air around all of this madness.
Okay, this is where I want to go. So Chappell Roan came to clear the air. I think this is the video. Let's play it. Let's talk about Chappell Roan clearing the air.
Who were involved with a security guard who is not my personal security. I didn't even see a woman and a child. Like, no one came up to me. No one bothered me. Like, I was just sitting at breakfast in my hotel. I think these people were staying at the hotel as well. So the fact that, like, a security guard I did not ask the security guard to go up and talk to this mother and child. They did not come up to me. They weren't doing anything. It's unfair for security to just assume someone doesn't have good intentions.
Okay, so she's on the right side of it. And I think that is, I mean, it's obviously crazy. It's a little girl. That girl's harmless. Like, that girl's not gonna kill Chappell Roan in the middle of a restaurant. Like, the security has gone way too far in this situation. And now I'm starting to feel like I have to watch Caroline's video, because there might be a more succinct take there.
When they have no reason to believe because there's no action even taken. Like, I do not hate people who are fans of my music. I do not hate children. Like,
also, I think that is something that people do tend to forget, is that, like, these artists and they're like the security guards that you watch online or watch in general, or even like a Taylor Swift security guard or something of that nature. These people don't have, like, assignments from the artist. They're not like, you know, go do something insane with this little girl. Like, they don't have specific assignments. These security guards are just doing their job, and they can do their job wrong. You know, they can fuck up too. They're not perfect just because they're security guards.
that is crazy. I'm sorry to the mother and child that someone was assuming something, that you would do something, and that if you felt uncomfortable, that makes me really sad. You did not deserve that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna...
So, okay, let's see. A male soccer player exaggerating for a situation must have been a shock for y'all. Why do you have to bring all that to the internet? Couldn't you have gotten in contact with a manager, let her know the situation, handle the situation privately? No, probably good it was done publicly. They hate to see a lesbian become successful and set boundaries, but clearly it sounds like a whole entire situation miscommunication. There's a stereotype around was proven that lesbians are mean, so the whole thing is actually kind of homophobic too. Oh god, is that still... That's... Oh god. That's never gone away, huh? People haven't gotten over that hump, apparently. God, we're so fucking... We're a fallen society. What's the Caroline take on it? Oh god, no, I got debated into ads. Hold on. Let me go to this channel for a moment.
I can't do this anymore.
I take, yeah, someone, you know what? As if Chappell Roan point blank shot this child in the face. That she came up was like, "Hi, Chappell. Like, they're also acting as if she's an orphan, was an orphan because she's dead now. Like little orphan Annie, who walked up to Chappell Roan, you know, this moment that is the only moment of joy that she's ever had in her poor little orphan life. Yeah, like she's a Make-A-Wish child, and Chappell Roan went, "Shut up." Here's what happened. I'm telling you what happened without even, because you know what? Since people just want to say things now and say them with certainty, like it's fact, I'm just going to do that too. Here's what I think happened, okay? I think this mother made a dramatic ass story up to this football playing guy who she's with now, who's the stepfather of this child. And then he wasn't there, mind you. He went online, further dramatized it, and then sent the world after Chappell Roan. Sent.
Yeah, that's another problem too. That's another issue there, right? Because he did that, and that's gonna send, because like the fucking and like it's a weird dichotomy there, because you're online, and now that this guy put this story out there, the only link that people have with Chappell Roan and her security guard is her. They can't get a hold of her security guard on Twitter or on socials. So, of course, they're going to be in her DMs, or they're going to be in her face on social media. She's going to be at the behest of this issue that wasn't even really her fault to begin with. Just her security guard.
An international hate campaign after Chappell Roan. Let me just use an example from my own life, too. This is obviously not like a one-to-one, but when I was at TwitchCon, I had a security guy because I had some people threaten me before I went to TwitchCon. So I had this guy with me the entire time. And the last day I went to the floor, it was a group of us. We went to the artist alley. This is my personal security guard. Okay. I wasn't aware of how many people who would even look in my direction that he was like. And I saw one person who was very sweet, and they were just trying to come up to say hi. And I saw the security guard, and granted, he's doing his job, but it was very intense. You know, it was aggressive. And I was like, "Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let's, you know, let me say hi. Let me take pictures." And I was not, I had not told him, any person who even looks in my direction, kill them, right? It was just
kill them. Yeah, I think she's saying a similar thing that I'm saying here, right?
Anyone who even looked, it was like. So then and there was a girl who posted.
Like, yeah, it was what I just fucking said. Same exact thing. Like, she doesn't tell the security guard what to do.
De Janeiro banned Chappell Roan from performing there ever again. Banned. This mayor, who, mind you, follows Benjamin Netanyahu on Instagram. Okay, conservative mayor. Yeah.
Ooh.
Banned Chappell Roan. Like, that's how all the way up to the top this goes. It's insane. The global response here, where people are calling for her head. And this is now the 100th hate campaign against Chappell. When let's take a look at how people react when we have rapists and
Dude, you know what? I'm going to move on from this story. This shit just depresses me. I think we're just... It's sad, dude. It's just fucking sad. It's just sad. We need to be better as a society here. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. Like, it's sad. It's sad. Like, why are we going after a little girl who just fucking smiled, didn't even touch her, didn't even walk towards her, fucking nothing. And on Women's History Month. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're fucked. My one eye is getting really bad. Fucking burnt my eyeball earlier. Jesus Christ. All right. Wow. All right. Let's move on. That story's really, it's just, dude, obviously Chappell Roan is in the right there. Her security guard's in the wrong. The whole thing of her being banned from playing somewhere from fire. That's how I burned my eyeball. If you rewind stream, I showed it earlier. I burnt my fucking eyelashes today. I already talked about it. But let's move on. Oh, I had to play this. I talked about Gary V.
The problem is
in the last stream for a brief moment.
15 to 25 pieces is.
I have to play this. I'm sorry. I have to talk about this really quickly.
The problem is the reason most people don't produce 15 to 25 pieces of content that.
Let me guess. The problem is the reason they're not doing it is because they're not doing it. So Gary Vee is going to come out with this excellent way to get people to make content. He's going to tell them, you just got to do it. That's, the people that are, they're just talking. They're just not doing it. All right, let's see.
Day is not because you have no time.
Listen. I'm sorry. This is not a Gary Vee thing specifically towards him. This is anytime I see an influential speaker speaking to a crowd that looks like this, let me tell you, those people paid at least over $100 to be there. You better be telling them something interesting. I know we're looking new background. I'm away. I'm in Michigan. You're used to seeing a bed and 2 lamps behind me when I'm in this setup. Because I'm the only one here this time, I can stream upstairs where it's room temperature. And so that's what I'm doing. And now I'm upstairs, so you're seeing the upstairs versus the downstairs. So I'm up at a cabin in Michigan. Appreciate you being here. Assman Gold, good to see you. Funny, you and Violet tune in at the exact same time. It's awesome. They let him out of his cage. Yeah, I'm out of my cage. I'm out. Normally I'm let's see if I can even show you. Normally I'm down there. Wait, down there. But let's see. I fix it. There we go. But yeah, Gary V. House tour, no. Nope. But this is. Listen. When you pay big money to go to these things, I've been someone who's filmed these things, and some of these guys, when they get up there, I swear to God, it's a split. They either say nothing or they say everything. There was one I went to where someone was just harping on it was harping on a pyramid scheme. And the whole time I was looking at the people in the crowd, and I'm these people are easily duped. They're sitting there going, yup, this guy's right. And they're going like this. And it's the people that go to these things sometimes don't use their own judgment. They're not maybe these things this guy is saying are wrong. Or maybe this guy doesn't have much to say. He's just there and he's saying a whole bunch of nothing. So that's why I say when you go to these things and you're paying big money, you better get something out of it, right?
If you understood that it was the single biggest reason that you would make more money.
Wait, what did he say?
If you understood that it was the single
biggest. Hold on.
Is not because you have no time. If you understood that it was the single biggest.
Of course not. It's not because you have no time. That's not why you're making content. You've got time. It's not like there's people out there that are, I don't know, working 2 jobs. They've got their kids to take care of. They've got their family life to take care of. They've got, everything else going on in their life. But the problem is, between that, they're not finding time to make content. What is wrong with these people?
Reason that you would make more money, you would find time. If you understood.
You would okay, fuck. You would find time. That's your problem. You're not making enough content because you haven't found the time. So what excellent thing is Gary V gonna tell me here about how I'm gonna find time? Let's hear it, Gary.
That you would 4, 5, 10, 15, 100x your revenue or your sales or your commissions, the dollars in your bank account. You would find 2 hours a day to do it instead of having a 2-hour meeting. You would find it.
Instead of having a 2-hour meeting, so you're gonna realize that this content is going to maybe or maybe not increase your revenue. That is a broad assumption to make that it's going to increase everybody's revenue. Can it help people? Has it benefited someone like myself? Yes, but am I a very lucky person on the internet? Yes, I'm extremely lucky. But not everybody is lucky. Not everybody can get in front of a camera, and not everybody can talk. This is such bullshit BS. Yeah. This is like such a bullshit thing to say, because it's like there's no way you're gonna watch this video and think, Gary's right. I think I need to cancel my meeting. My meeting with my boss tomorrow, I'm gonna cancel it. I'm gonna make content. Like, what are the comments saying here? Look at these people. They're saying 2 hours takes 6 hours to make one. Yeah. Like, someone's gonna make a video. Like, as someone that makes, like, TikToks, like, sometimes some of those TikToks, I'll spend an hour on one 1 minute video, because it's like, I have to shoot it, I have to think of the idea, I gotta edit it, and it's like, there goes an hour already just on one video. And then now everybody gets a lot of views. So then you look at this person and they say, I got tired of low views. I spent 2 hours scrolling on TikTok instead of creating content. Yeah, this person is like the 1 in a million. It's a great way to look at it. Thank you. And that, like, look, there's people out there that I think find this guy interesting because they're like, we live in this world where it's like, you need to find the next thing that's gonna make your life even better. So sometimes people think it's like mind hacks. They're like, if I just change my mind this one way. And I'm someone who's operated completely off of, like, not listening to any of these gurus online. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, here's how you make this amount of money running this business or whatever. I don't like any of those people. I don't listen to them. I've listened to none of those people, and I've been okay. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. I get that it's like, I'm going to carve 2 extra hours to make AI slop. Well, we're going to get into AI slop talk in a bit. We got some AI news for you. 15 pieces of content in a day. 25 pieces of content in 2 hours. It could be because I don't have that much to talk about. Yeah, see, look at that. You have to create 15 good pieces of content. He left that out, of course. Yeah, not every content is good. Not every content's gonna hit. I think Gary gets like, not jaded, but he gets lost in the sauce because he's got all the views, so he's got nothing to worry about. He just has to make content and he makes money. Just like that. But you're gonna start a new account and you're gonna make money just like that. Just kidding, no you won't, because you're not an influencer like he is. Crazy. That's crazy talk, I tell you. Alright, next up, should we get to what the fucking thumbnail's all about? What the video, what the core of this is about? I have to talk about this real briefly. Also, this Kai Cenat clip is wicked. That's crazy. He brought up I have to bring up the context, but Hasan looks so sad in the thumbnail. Yeah, I just changed it on the stream. I didn't get good time to pick the right thumbnail. But this is what I want to talk about real quick. I'm on Rich Lux's Twitter. Adam McIntyre made this video today, or yesterday maybe, talking about Nicholas D. Oreos and how Nicholas D. Oreos will just repeat Ethan Klein talking points for the sake of just riding Ethan Klein and H3 and all that. And attached to that, might be Rich Lux is more than likely friends with Nicholas D. Oreos. But Rich Lux, this person, who a couple chatters have came in this community and said his makeup looks like shit. But, anyhow, Rich Lux just cannot stop tweeting about Hasan. And it's like the same thing as this Pegasus person who's also, this Sleepy creator made a video about how Pegasus is obsessed with Hasan Piker. But it reminded me a lot of this Rich Lux situation because Rich Lux, look at this. Hasan Piker used Cuba drama to deflect that he shocked his dog. All right, what is Rich Lux going to say here?
Look, change the fucking goalpost. Goalpost motorized. Goalposts are moving 60 miles per hour. Weird, your hotel was the only lights on the whole city much of your time there. That's not true, by the way. It's literally not true.
Cuba drama. Hasan is not allowed to go deliver aid to Cuba. Not allowed. And if you do, you're going to get shit talked into oblivion.
Actually was true, lol. No, that's not true. You weren't even at the hotel for your stream? Yeah. I spent very little time in the hotel. I was busy working. I was busy going out and interviewing people. Go ahead, prove opposite, show the videos. What do you mean? Being anti-communist in 2026 is so funny to me. Gas prices are $9. Every company is shedding employees. Video games are ass. How good is capitalism doing, chatter? It's not. And yeah, if he were to stub his fucking toe, he'd have to incur lifelong medical debt.
To deflect that he's shocked? Where does the dog shocking?
Who literally have access to... I know. He finally ChatGPT'd it. I'm currently arguing with fucking ChatGPT. There are plenty of hotels on here that are not owned by the Cuban.
Where's
hotel
the dog?
Itself, understand?
So there's nothing in this clip that had anything to do with Kaya clipping her foot on her bed, aka dog shocking. So what is this clip? What is this? Just, and then look, you go down. Oh look, another Hasan thing. There was a thing that came out that said like Ethan Klein has put Hasan Piker on his Instagram stories over 800 times over the last like year. And now you have Rich Lux who's following that. It's like, yeah, well, Ethan hates him, so I think I'm going to follow. And look, I ran into somebody just recently, like 4 days ago now, who said they watch H3. I tried... What is this? Oh, this fucking ad is running. Oh my god, I'm gonna Brian kill me. I ran into somebody in real life who said they watch H3, and I tried to give them the little, but not, I guess it's to each their own. I tried to give them the little nudge they needed, but we'll see what they do with that. We'll see what they do. But Rich Lux said, Hasan's prediction comes true. One of his followers commits an act of terror. Okay, let's see if that quote lines up with the video.
He did it because of Hasan. And obviously that doesn't really work for anybody, even if like someone who has done an act of terror literally will be like, I love Ben Shapiro and I did this because of Ben Shapiro, right? But I could totally see it sticking for something like this upcoming year. You know what I mean? Where,
what?
They'll be like, this guy was a Hasanabi head, and then they'll just like push it nonstop. They'll spam it endlessly. To a degree where like I'll have to address it in like mainstream news, You know
what this clip is from? Rich Lux pulled this clip from the time that there was that on campus. There were those two people. I showed this. I talked about it to pretty good extent on stream, where there was that chatter that like came up and they had like a little disagreement with politics or whatever. And then they started to fight. That little thing, they linked that back to Hasan. They were like, oh, that's Hasan's fault, why that happened. And Rich is over here calling that an act of terror. This is such unserious. Like this is so deeply unserious. And then look, scroll down. Hasan Piker is cooked. Like, dude, go do something. Maybe do better makeup. I don't know. Do something different. Stop talking about all this. And this is not me. I'm not sitting here trying to defend, you know, just because I'm on one side of it or whatever. This is just such... If this were, honestly, if this were anybody else, I'd be saying the exact same thing. Because this is just a waste of time. To be spending this much time following what your favorite Ethan Klein does. Hasan Piker's cooked. Woke progressive dreamer Hasan Piker wears 13 the glasses, the shirt, while staying in the God, people really had nothing to go for. They couldn't say anything about his words, so they had to go for what he wears. Oh look, Rich Lux tweeted about Hasan again. Hear me out, Hasan Piker. Whoa. Where did everything just go? Hear me out. Hasan Piker finally addresses the tiny espresso cup. But you're telling me this is what he does, and you guys hear me out. He will sit there, do a whole live stream, not once ever mention that he's at a friend's house and gave him the coffee. What?
But we got to replay that last part.
Experiencing that dichotomy is like definitely me up. Definitely.
You couldn't have done that better if you...
So is this Rich Lux complying with Fox News talking points? Oh man, Hasan really stepped in this time and tried to clap back at the backlash. It was ridiculous. This turned like he was dropping some truth bomb. Duke was streaming acting all superior. This is such cope. This is, oh my god. This is stupid, sexy Hasan. Ay. He cannot stop. This is crazy. Look, he's still tweeting about Hasan. Well, Rock 15 still tweeting about the same fucking thing. Oh my god. Front page Piker made the news. Love to read what some Piker fans are going through. Tone-deaf radicals flock into Havana, staying 5-star hotels island in Christ's mockery of Cuban people. What? Delivering aid is a mockery of Cuban people. Hasan, look at this. Still tweeting about Hasan. Was visibly shaken by the controversy. Hotel lit up. Like, this is all just for attention. Rich Lux didn't get the attention he needed at an early age. So now he's finally getting the attention that he's always wanted. So he's just cutting up Hasan clips. Like, dog, just say you watch Hasan streams. Just say it. No one's going to hurt you. Just say you watch Hasan streams. That's all you have to do. Is Hasan Piker using the trans community for views? Posing an AI Hasan Piker? What is this? This is kind of an awesome photo. Let's see. What is this video that Rich Lux made?
Rich Lux here. Okay, you guys, I'm still getting over the little cold, but let's jump into it. I'm pushing through. Hasan Piker's pandering, in my opinion, to the trans community, LGBTQ too.
I know that Hasan is someone everyone wants.
Okay, this can't get back to her, but it's crazy. Anyway, and when I found out that she's 53 years old, I could not believe it.
But you know, trying to stay on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay on top of my health. So I went there, did all the blood work, did all the tests, did the ultrasound of the heart, blah 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 blah. You know, trying to run up that insurance bill for the deductible. You know what I'm talking about? So I was there getting the checkups, right? So I'm there going through the gigs, doing it all. Girl, why do I feel like I got sick being in the doctor's office? You know, there's all these sick people in there.
What is he talking about? We're talking about the
buildings and streets and stuff like that. So I'm in the UAE, and you know,
these videos get no motion, by the way. Not that I have crazy motion, but 1.4K on a 498K subscriber channel. Don't you think that something's up there? If this worked for Rich, if this was a working thing, then I could maybe get it because you want the cash. But, like, what the disparity here? Like, what is going on Rich's channel? Is Rich live right now? What is Rich talking about now? iDubbbz's genuine concern for his health.
Soft and buttery. Oh wow.
How many people are in here? He's got 40 people in the live. For 498K sub. AI thumbnails. Holy crap, dog. These are all AI thumbnails. The channel fall off is real. Adam McIntyre is a rat. Trisha Paytas is not honest anymore. These views are horrendous. Holy shit, the fall off. I guess that's what happens when you, look at these AI. Yuck. Get me out of here. I don't have a soundboard, otherwise I'd hit the fa. There's no soundboard here. Let's see. Hasan responds to the backlash. Just cannot stop thinking about Hasan. Hasan Piker gave us nothing in the one moment his stream effed in Cuba where they barely have internet signal. Alright, let's get out of here. I feel like I need to take a shower. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Get me out of here. Alright. I'm gonna go get... I need another drink. I need a drink. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Oh, shoot. I turned down the music, didn't I? Alright. Chill out for a quick sec. I'm gonna get a drink. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, lads. I'm afraid this drink might suck. I'm willing to bet this drink is gonna suck. But I'm gonna try it anyway. I'll dump it out if it sucks. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it here. I also found out there's kettle corn in there and I'm very tempted to make it. But grapefruit. Spindrift. Grapefruit. I have a feeling this flavor is gonna suck. But we're gonna try it. Let's see. I've never tried anything grapefruit, so I do think it's going to suck. We'll see. Oh, I'm scared. Tastes weird. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Good news. Good news, folks. I texted this one to a bunch of my friends the other day. Sora. You guys familiar with Sora? The AI video app, you kind of just tell it to make a video. I always thought it was a little weird because people could just make videos of whatever the fuck they wanted. And, to my surprise, for the better, we're saying goodbye to the Sora app. Everyone who created with Sora, shared it, built community around it, thank you. Yeah, people who built community around it were fucking insane, by the way. What you made with Sora mattered. And we know this news is disappointing. No, this is good news. They got it wrong. This is good news. We'll share more soon, including the timelines for the app API and preserving your work. So what's the news that they did they have any updated news to share? They didn't have any good news to share, so I pulled this up. OpenAI will shut down Sora video app. Disney drops plans for $1 billion investment. Disney, which had inked to a major pact for Sora, said it will continue to engage with AI platforms, continue to find new ways to meet fans where they are. OpenAI said it will discontinue Sora, the generative video creation app it launched last year, without providing a reason for the decision. We're saying goodbye to Sora. Everyone who created it, blah, 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 blah. There's the tweet. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, below. The announcement comes just 3 months after Disney linked a groundbreaking deal with OpenAI. Disney was going to have a deal. My mom's workplace just emailed everyone telling them to start using AI. Check for a pharmaceutical. Okay, listen. I'll say this. It depends on the use. There are some very certain specific good uses I've seen of AI to give different treatments for like dogs or for like different animals and stuff that have like saved lives of animals, right? In the world of like medication and pharmacies and things like that, right? I've seen good uses of it, unfortunately, in that world of things. So there's a little bit of a gray area that I have in my head there, but I don't think that everything should be AI. I'm saying it's kind of late to get on the bandwagon for AI. If AI fucks up, someone can get hurt, and then there's that. That's why I said there's a gray area. So it's tricky. It's tricky, but I don't think AI is like this thing that should just be. Oh, speaking of AI not being Chicago food delivery AI cart smashes glass. Look at this. This is what AI. Look at this shit. I hope it'll play normal. Wait. This is what happened in Chicago the other day. Check this out. Oh. AI, these little... Whoa, hello, a new note. No, I'm not trying to type up a new note. Wait, what? What audio is playing, huh? Oh, Monrovia was playing. That was weird. Wait, why is he still playing? No, I didn't play. God, dude, this player sucks. All right, here we go. Hopefully I can play this. Oh my god, dude. This is so fucking hard. Oh. Okay, here we go. Wait, why won't it? God.
Right now, you're
Here it is.
watching a food delivery robot crashing through a bus stop in Chicago, shattering glass all over the city. The crash comes amid a protest.
Driving home for band practice? Yo, what's up, Justin? How you doing? I got stream on while you're driving. This fucking AI thing. AI caused this thing to just break glass. So, this is not the first time we've seen something like this. This is not a surprise. But I will say, it's weird to see that like Disney was like entertaining this whole thing of using AI, right? If we go back to the article, it says Sora would have been able to generate user prompt images from a set more than 200 mass animated or creature characters from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, Disney. Jesus Christ, I can't read today. Disney, Marvel, Pixar, or Star Wars. Sora and ChatGPT images were to generate fan-inspired videos with Disney licensed characters in early 2026. With Disney Plus adding curated selections of Sora-generated videos. I'm gonna sneeze so badly. I feel it coming. Hold on. Okay. All right, there it goes. Disney rep said in a statement to Variety, as the NASA AI field advances rapidly, we respect OpenAI's decision to exit the video generation business and to shift its priorities elsewhere. We appreciate the constructive collaboration between our teams, and when we learn from it, we will continue to engage with AI platforms in new ways for fans, to meet fans where they are responsibly embracing new technologies, respect IP, and the rights of creators. I think people were starting to create like deep fakes and like deep fake nudes of people, and there's just I knew this was gonna get out of hand, and nobody ever looked 100% real. I knew someone that would like make videos of himself skateboarding, and even to me that looked a little bit off. The second iteration of OpenAI's Sora, which had launched stunningly realistic videos, and alarms in Hollywood given the Sora 2 opt-out model requiring IP owners to proactively flag that they want their copy works excluded from the system. November, Japanese trade group Coda, whose members include Animation House Studio, issued a letter demanding that OpenAI stop using their content to train Sora 2. So it looks like there was some litigation behind it using other companies' graphics, other companies' things in order to train its system, right? OpenAI had a preview of Sora, which used a text-to-video model, blah, 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 turning ideas into videos. Making AI videos of skateboarding stuff, actually skateboarding is cooked. I know. Shortly before, Disney sent Google a cease and desist demand. I can never say that word for some reason. Alleging that the internet giant was, oh my god. there's a food place that I wanted to eat at. I had to check on that. Okay. I might have to back that. I think I accidentally plopped it on the screen, but that does not matter. It's fucking 30 minutes away from me anyway, so doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway. What am I even fucking saying it now? Okay. The second iteration of Open AI Sora, which had launched in September 2025, generated stunningly realistic looking videos and raised alarms in Hollywood given the Sora 2 opt-out model requiring IP owners to flag that they wanted copyright works excluded from the system. This looks like it was a whole litigation, though. I mean, they didn't just drop it because of, like, deep fakes and shit like that. Disney had early in 2025 sent cease and desist letters to Meta and Character AI, as well as lawsuits Disney filed NBC Universal and Warner Bros. Discovery against AI companies mid-journey. Okay, let me check some 120. Okay. So yeah, there's that. AI. I'm gonna actually play. I think Moist Critical may have made a video on this. Hold on. I'm gonna do the Moist Critical video. Hold on.
Sora is getting shut down. Yep, I saw the good news. I know. A pretty great day. It was a double whammy because then Disney announced that they're pulling that $1 billion commitment that they had made to let people solve real-world physical tasks. Sounds a lot better than just a lot of shitposty Sora AI videos and AI-generated anime. God, it's such good news. I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is confirmed, that they were losing like $10 million a day on Sora. And that just put a wet spot in my trousers reading that. Oh, it's so good. This must be what it felt like when my grandparents watched the moon landing. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it was.
I think it's just overall, I think it's just a net positive. Because, I mean, even someone like myself, right? It would, like, potentially, if it got good enough, people would rely on it. And then people would use it to create these fake images of themselves. And I don't think that's good for our society. What's this? What the hell is this? Here's a supercut of most explicit moments of anti-Semitism. I included my video about watching him for a week. Not all are from that week, but throwing it anyway because they were already wisely shared.
Go back to Auschwitz. Shut up. Go back to Auschwitz. MK Lambert, thank you for the 50 gifted subs.
Oh, the Clippers.
Yeah. Remember 9/11. Shut up. Go back to Auschwitz. Remember 9/11.
Welcome to Hasan. I've mainly known Hasan through the clips that get passed around on social media when he says something inflammatory.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization. I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
Or inflammatory, and
I believe what the Houthis are doing in terms of stopping Israel doing a genocide to implement a blockade on the Red Sea is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down. They are on the morally right side.
You know about the Holocaust. Your bitch ass and your fucking family came from Russia to Israel. How is that appropriate? The fucking Palestinian has been living there for generations. Your ass came from Russia.
There's a Wikipedia on it.
Sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't act surprised. You know you like it. You.
Oh my God. So this is anti-Semitism. Talking to that guy.
Horrifying process of sterilization. 2018 Hamas charter actually dictates they want 1967 boundaries. Hamas wants a two-state solution.
That people in Israel to go back.
Oh yeah, these are really good examples of anti-Semitism.
To where
Good
they came
job.
from. This is where they're from. They were forced to go to Israel.
They could right now. They could go tomorrow.
Really? The Iraqi Jews can go back to...
And screaming whenever someone says, how about we stop fighting? Because it doesn't give them the same kind of dopamine hit.
I'm not saying an entire ethnicity of people or even an entire nation of people are demonic or anything like that. So don't try to fucking slam words into my mouth. The enthusiasm for the unlimited baby murder is going away because people are too scared to continue doing baby murder because there are repercussions for it. That's disgusting.
Oh my God, this is just a big nothing burger. Matt Lieb, Hasan Piker is an anti-Semite, and we Democrats need to purge him from the Democratic Party. Venmo Matt Lieb. This is becoming a meme now because Casey. I saw this. Look. Where the fuck is Casey Tron? Wait, what? Pause. What? Where's Casey? Casey? Am I spelling Casey Tron wrong? Where did Casey... Wait, am I spelling Casey Tron wrong? Is it with a C? Oh, yeah, it is with a C. Where did Casey Tron do it? Look. Hasan Piker, this person wrote, is a anti-Semite. We need him to purge him from the Democratic Party. Venmo Vio tubing. Hasan Piker is a terrorist sympathizer. He's a fake socialist. He uses electricity to shock his dog. While hospitals and Cubans have no powers. The true progressive do not support him. Venmo Casey Tron. Oh, this is so good. This is so fucking good, man. These people are just using the Hasan hate to get Venmo money. Oh, this is amazing. I love that. Incredible work. Incredible work. Oh boy. Hasan addresses the socialism but rich criticism. He was seeking out drip when he was broke, and then a lot of his clothes, points to Asmil's example, people who wear normal clothes.
Because at the end of the day, the level of financial success that I've attained would not change whether I wear tattered clothes or expensive articles of clothing. And this is before we even realize that, you know, when you are an influencer or when you have a big platform, people just like send you shit.
I need to fucking change my feed around. My feed is just filled to the brim with Hasan chirping on the timeline. Look at that. There he is. Boom, 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 boom. He's all over. What the hell is going on? It's like I'm Hasan. Oh, because I'm on the Hasan news. Let's see. Even then, I feel like he's still all over my feed. And we didn't realize civils is part of ST until... Here's ICE being chased by the residents of Los Angeles. Oh my god. Why does this not look like Los Angeles? What is this? I live on a $2,000 pair of shoes at a thrift store. Money isn't real. Sell them. Alright, what is this? Let's see, let me check something real quick. I already checked that out. I looked at that. I looked at that. I looked at that. And I looked at that. And we're not playing the music anymore. A huevo. An egg. A huevo.
Has always shaped this has been that the MAGA voter is simply dumber, more retarded, more stupid, and unfortunately this makes them an easy target for manipulation. The people that saw hundreds of photos of Donald Trump hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein thought that Donald Trump was the chosen one to expose the pedophiles. That same Donald Trump, by the way, who was forced to pay $80 million for someone he defamed and sexually assaulted.
Wait, is it dropping frames? It says 0. It says 2.2. Are we good? I hope we're good.
halted. You like affordability? Gas prices are fucking everyone in the ass right now. You guys remember the No New Wars slogan? Yeah, do you guys know what's going on here? It has something to do with those gas prices. But hey, as long as Israel is getting what it wants, you Americans are fine with it, right? But hey, speaking of foreign actors influencing the American sentiment, let's take a look at Pegasus. Pegasus, like Tectone, like Asmongold, like every other conservative streamer, has realized, hey, there's a lot of money to be made off these conservative retards. Look at that in his last
Oh my god, this is crazy.
That's 9 videos, 8 of them are on Hasan. Are you guys happy? You guys happy? Oh, the socialist, he's owning the libs. He's owning the socialists.
I want to see what talking points are actually going on in these Pegasus videos. Is it just like this whole LARPing? Is that what they're thinking? They're always LARPing as a socialist when really he's a blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Let's go. Pegasus, let's see. Hasan just responded in the worst
Welcome
way.
back to a series so tone deaf. Even Hasan's 5-star hotel subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is melting down trying to defend himself after his disastrous
These people
trip
just
to
watch
Cuba.
his stream. Like these Hasan's getting canceled by
Welcome
Cubans
back to
now.
a series so shocking. Even this doggo subscribed.
Wow, these are some deeply serious videos. Hasan just got confronted IRL
Welcome
in
back
Cuba.
to a series so electric. Even Kaya subscribed. In today's video, Hasan continues to get massive backlash for his
9.3 upvotes. Hasan's Cuba. God, holy fucking hell, brother. Oh my god, how can you be this? Hasan's
Welcome
Cuba
back
trip
to
was a
series
disaster.
so large. Even this Waylord subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is back and he's LARPing again. This time he's gone to Cuba to stay in 5-star hotels and meet celebrities while the population is suffering. He claims the
Lady in the video said it's a really Mexican way to say hell yeah. I don't know what you're talking about there. Oh, that other video, the huevo. Is that what you're talking about?
Welcome back to a series so miserable. Even the street.
Where do these people get these photos? This is like an AI photo.
To a series so miserable. Even the streamer subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is back arguing with his chat after they called him out for pretending.
Oh my god. I did not know Hasan was on somebody's mind this much. Holy fuck. Hasan had a complete meltdown. Hasan got confronted. Hasan's absolutely... I had to sneeze. My bad. Hasan's completely crashing out. Good God, these people are freaks. Oh my God. Holy Toledo. My God. All right. I don't think I have much else. Let me see. Do you guys have anything else? Is there anything I missed? I'm doing my best to kind of a rough stream today. Kind of was parching through the internet with you guys. Because I took a couple days off, fucking screens off the internet and fucking chopped up some wood and freaking what did I do? I went kayaking. Is that the right word? Canoe? Kayaking. Did a little bit of that. Weather was nice the other day. And the next day I did kayaking. I went chopping wood. Then today I went chopping wood and then burning wood. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go get up early and go for a little walk. Hopefully it's not raining in the morning. Yeah. I was a fucking Minecraft person. I was chopping wood. Clavicular rumor that Clavicular's arrested. Okay. enjoying a drag queen skit mocking Erica Kirk.
That you're praying, but
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
it broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God.
The fuck is this?
And that is why we say our prayers.
Drag queen Erica Kirk? That is not something I thought I'd see in my lifetime. I'm kind of done with Twitter. Also, I guess I'll talk about this. Maybe I'll talk about this before I get off a stream. This is going to sound bad, but I kind of echoed it like 2 streams ago. I think I said it. Maybe last stream, potentially. There's a couple streams where and people definitely fight back against this when I say it, but I'm going to continue to say it. I actually... Hold on a second. Before I say that. Does anyone see this? My Twitter trending feed says trending. Does anyone else see that? Wait a second. That doesn't look good. What the fuck? Why would that be trending? That's so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I haven't seen the Drewski vid. What's the Drewski vid? Hold on. Let me check the Drewski vid. I might get off stream here in a second. Drewski, hold on. I don't watch Drewski. What? What are you saying? The Drewski vid? What? This happened?
Because I'll slap the
What is it? What am I looking at here? What is the Drewski vid? Something with Drewski on Twitter? Did this Queso setup? Queso really has a webcam? What the fuck? I'm trying way too hard. Jesus Christ. Okay, what's going on here? Do I do assault Drewski? I want this. Wait, when will this other video play?
Weeks after production wrapped, sightings of the chain could be seen on social media.
Stop fucking talking to them!
I'm gonna turn this house up. I looked for it. I put it on top of the dresser. We searched everybody.
What is this? Drewski was the drag Erica Kirk. Oh. Oh, what? Wait, where did that video go? No shot. Are you serious? That's crazy. Yeah, I missed it. I've been fucking off the internet. That's what happens when I get off of the internet. I like lose touch with what's going on in the sphere, you know? I need to, maybe tomorrow morning I'll wake up and then check what's going on in the internet sphere. Oh, this, I see. Oh my god. That's crazy.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
How about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man. I'm gonna say this. Oh my god. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna say this. I have to respond. One of my friends sent me like a long message, and I listened to the first part of it. Yeah, even the conservatives are rallying against. One of my friends sent me this kind of long message, and it kind of reiterated something I've said on stream before. But I feel like some of you guys might disagree with this. The more, okay, even today's a good example of this. The more we engage in, like, while it's good to be active and fight against these things that you don't agree with, things that are morally incorrect, things that are, you know, all the fight that you push against it and all that, right? It's good to be politically active. Every part of that's great and dandy and awesome. But my friend sent me this, and he's someone who's very politically active, by the way. This is somebody who's very in tune with it, almost more than myself, I'll say. And he's like traveling. He's like he's traveling out in Spain. And he's been like pretty much like a week of like not tuning in, maybe even 2 weeks of not tuning into like American political discourse online, and just literally doing shit in Spain, just living his life, living his best life, like hanging out with friends, having good conversations, and just he's living his life. And he told me, he was like, long story short, he basically was like, look, I've felt my mental health get like 10 times better since just kind of tuning it all out and just doing my thing. And not that he's not being politically active anymore, but he's chosen to like tune out the news cycle and just kind of shut it off for a little bit and go just be human, right? And he started to tell me how much that has made him feel a lot better. And I thought about that. It sounds like the most privileged thing ever. Unironically, this person who told me this is not even privileged by any metric at all. This person is actually not a privileged person. I think there's got to be like a healthy consumption to the media cycle. I know it sounds privilege, but I have found myself like, after he sent me this long message talking about that, I started to reflect on it a little bit, and I thought about how much better I felt today by not consuming it. I think you can come back to it, this is kind of what I thought about. I think there's a healthy way to consume things. I find it pretty unhealthy to nonstop consume in any moment you have of doing nothing, to consume. Because then you just get this, like, go through this like cycle of being depressed. And I've found myself in the throes of that. And I think there's a balance of looking out for your own mental health and well-being while also consuming the news. And I think the way to go about it is more to like take some days off and then come back and reconsume. I don't think you should be just like endlessly consuming this stuff, because it gets sad, it gets depressing, and I think you should be in the know still and not totally tune it out. There's got to be like a healthy way to consume news. I thought about like even just the hours that I like turned off my phone, went outside, fucking literally touched grass, and then came back and then looked at it. I spent like an hour consuming news today and got pretty much caught up with what's going on. And I went, okay, I'm glad I waited till later to consume that. I just think he sent me that message. It made me think twice on media consumption. I don't think you should tune out and not give a fuck anymore. I don't think that. I think you should tune in appropriately. I think there's a way to that. That's all I'll say. But the only reason I bring it up is because quite literally someone that I know and I'm very close with kind of sent me a long message on this. And it made me think. So I don't know where I'm going with that thought, but I do think there's a healthy way to consume news. Let's see. Did I miss any? Let's see. Did I miss any freaking things? Let's see. No, I didn't. But there's myself. Look at that. There I am. All right. Well, I'm 7 viewers. There's 7 of you in here? I'm a news junkie and will continue to be. No, see, that's fair. And look, listen. I am too. I'm a news junkie to its highest degree. Trust me. It's actually bad. It's to the point where I'm having to tell friends in real life. I'm stopping conversations in real life with people and explaining my news consumption to them. It's insane. I consume this more. I consume more news than I consume fucking food. I consume more news than I consume water. Straight up. And that's not even a joke. I'm a lol cow junkie. What even is lol cowing anymore? What is lol cowing? Please drink more water. I consume more news than water. Straight up. I don't think... Now listen. I don't think that me saying that is a thing that DSP Gaming... I'll also look at that. Me saying that, I don't think is me telling you guys to not do something. I think I'm just realizing there's got to be... Oh, shoot. My camera. My camera died. Hold on. Pause. Camera died. We're back. We are so back. We're back. Let's unionize chat. We're back. I had to replace the battery real quick. I was letting that battery die. But yeah, I think there's gotta be a healthy way to consume Twitch reveals the top view botters on the platform. These creators will receive a 30-day ban. What? Twitch reveals view botters on the platform. DDJ, The Burnt Peanut, Lacey, Rakai, Marlon, Maid Dahadi, Hasanabi, view botting? What? They'll receive a 30-day ban? Is that real news? Let's see. No, he's not banned. You never heard of DSP Gaming? Let's see. I'm gonna look at DSP Gaming. In fact, you know what? I'll say this. As far as news, I feel like I want to get more back. I need to be more into the the internet discourse news. I used to be more tapped in. While I'm still tapped in, I need to be even more tapped in. I'm seeing that I'm missing stuff right here. Woman kicked off plane after viral outburst of playing video out loud. TikTok unsplash. I have to see. Look at this. I'm telling you, I'm tapped out. I gotta unsplash. Oh, did we just... I just lost it. What the hell? TikTok, unsplash. There have been plenty of unruly passengers being escorted from planes before. Oh God, I love this stuff. I got home and my neighbor's smoke alarm has been going off nonstop. There's no one there. There's no fire, just noise. Enduring beeping. Oh God, I'm crossing fingers. Oh God. Oh God. That's not good. I gotta look at DSP Gaming too. I told Asmongold I'd look at it. This is what lolcowing is. That's awesome. You watch like smaller channels here. Let's see, 112 views, 519.
Alrighty, everybody. Good evening and
What makes this person a lolcow? Mag is angry at Drewski, Erica Kirkskit. Alright, we'll get back to that in a sec. There have been plenty of viral videos unruly of being escorted from planes where with something causing mid-flight diversions because of their behavior. It's something that unnerves passengers as well as cabin crew, can severely hamper onward journeys. At the end of February, JMac uploaded having a dispute with American Airlines before it was supposed to depart from Miami. I'm not getting off to pay money for it. A whole 30 seconds, 50. Okay, I love airplane drama videos. Strag right with the DS. He flap on live on YouTube, and that's kind of flapping. See, I don't even know what that is. Maybe I gotta look into that shit too. No. It's Justin's neighbor. Justin can't do anything about the smoke alarm. If Justin could do something about it, I think he would. I still gotta see this. I still gotta see TikTok/unsplash. Am I doing something wrong? Like TikTok.com/unsplash. Look at this. I did unsplash and nothing's there. Unsplash. Maybe I should just search it. Maybe I gotta be a better searcher. Albert woman. I gotta do like airplane playing video out loud. Oh God, I love me some airplane drama videos.
A woman playing a 30-second video forced a flight to make an emergency diversion. What should have been a
What? That made a plane make a diversion?
quiet flight suddenly turned into chaos when a passenger began blasting a video from her phone without headphones. The clip lasted only about 30 seconds, but the volume was enough to irritate nearby travelers, and complaints quickly reached the crew. A male flight attendant walked over and calmly asked her to use headphones. Instead of simply
Is this Spirit
turning
Airlines?
the sound off, the woman immediately pushed back. She raised her voice and argued that she had paid for the flight and had every right to play a video.
I paid money for it, and I played a video for 30 fucking seconds at 50% sound. And that's the fucking reason you're kicking me off?
The crew repeated the rule. Audio must be played through
I love airplane outburst videos. These are my favorite kind of videos on the internet.
headphones, but the passenger doubled down, questioning the policy and loudly invoking free speech.
Oh God, dude, these fucking people, man. I love these people. They know, the people that do this kind of thing, they know they're in the wrong because nobody else is doing it. And oftentimes the airplane literally has headphones for you, but they know they're doing it and they know they're going to cause a scene. Is that why you have to use headphones by force now?
Is this not a free speech? It's okay for me to play a 30 fucking second video.
By now, the entire cabin was watching. What began as a simple reminder had turned into a heated confrontation that disrupted the flight. The situation...
They diverted the airplane? I don't think that's worth diverting the airplane for. I think that's a bit much to divert the airplane. Is there other videos of this?
White people and black people read the news differently. White people look at the news and are like, look what's happening. That is fascinating. Black people see a woman kicked off the plane for playing the music too loud, and we're like, ooh, I hope she ain't black. White people and black...
So what was this other video that this thing was referencing? TikToker JC Mack.
I do not give a... I paid money for it, and I played a video for 30 fucking seconds.
Oh, part 1 of 3? Okay, wait, where's the other parts?
I do not give a... No. Okay, I'm calm. No.
This is the full cut of it?
I'm not. I know. Less than what that sounds like. No, because your staff was like that. Because
Also, she's actually... Violet, what's up? You're back. Also, I like that she's in the last row here. I like that she's in the last row, so, like, she could technically get away with it in the last row, because, like, I don't know, she's in the back of the plane, like, nobody's gonna, in all intents and purposes, I mean, yeah, it's obvious where the noise is coming from, the back of the plane, but also, she's in the back.
as I said, that sounds like your problem. Your staff had a no fucking bullshit that, like, they didn't accept that, and that sounds like a damn problem. Go ahead and call the
Problem.
actual fuck. What the actual fuck? I stopped after that. I stopped after the second warning. I stopped it.
She sounds drunk. Why is it always like the drunk airplane people that are causing a fuss, you know? I mean, I know why, it's because they're drunk, but how about you just don't get drunk before you get on an airplane?
30 fucking second video. Yes, please record me. Listen, hey, is this not a free speech?
Free speech. Free speech.
Or like, are we being assholes to literally everybody? I know. I am keeping the peace. Can I not express my feelings?
Dude, and that's another thing. If you do this kind of behavior on an airplane, you know you're gonna go viral. What is this? What is the woman's name? What is this photo? Is this like a mugshot of her or something? Hold on. Do I need to go back and find, what is this? Hang on. I need to go back to that and see if I can find that lady's, did they release her name? Is there like a mugshot out there now? Oh, it claimed the woman was drunk and been shouting at other passengers. Okay. Flight attendants asked her to not use headphones or to use headphones. Another joke. While several made references to the infamous not real plane freak out from Tiffany Gomez. Oh, this was the one I had made that video about years ago. God, I love airplane videos so much. Facebook offers guaranteed money to start posting. Creators in the program can earn $1,000 per month if they have at least 100,000 followers, or $3,000 per month if they have more than 1 million followers. Oh, 15 reels per month with no view requirements. The plans to poach top YouTubers. They're just, oh god, the frickin' platform wars are back. Oh, it's a scammer. TikToker arrested for scam pretending to be him and steal 6,000. Everything is slop. Yeah, everything is fucking slop now. It's a race to the top with slop. Who can do the best slop? What's this? A luxury watch seller known as says he was arrested at Newark Airport and held for 3 days. Linked him to a $6,000 scam. Vucum. I need to see who this guy is. Vucum. Does anyone watch? There are so many fucking big creators out there that I have no idea who they are. I swear to God. Like, this guy has 2.5 million. I don't fucking know who he is.
As it's my favorite bartender at my favorite bar's birthday.
Wait, so I just saw his mugshot. Did I not? But he's already out. Did he address it?
Speaking of dials, there's a lot of guys on 47.
How
I was
and why?
on the way to the Bahamas with my girlfriend's family and her, and I was arrested boarding the plane.
Did you have any suspicion?
Do I look like I have a suspicion of getting arrested?
When you got arrested, were you like, oh man, that one thing I did, or you just had no clue?
There was no one thing I did.
So what happened?
Basically, there was a guy in Florida who got scammed by a fake Vucum account. I don't know how many there are. There's a lot on Facebook, and there's a lot on Telegram. There's fake Vucum pages. There's fake Vucum groups, like actual groups. It goes so deep where there'll be a fake Vucum group, and then inside the fake Vucum group, there's fake like Rex Watches, which is Yasha. There's fake like Moses. There's fake accounts inside the fake Vucum group posting fake deals, and Facebook won't do anything. Meta won't do anything. You go in there, I pay for their verification, the Meta Instagram and everything verification, and it says it gives you like identity protection. I go in there and I...
That's such horseshit, man. You pay $20 a month for this verification shit. Dude, I have to pay for it because my account got stolen. And so now I pay for it to prevent my account from being stolen, which is such bullshit. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay for it. But this guy obviously pays for it and puts a check by his account. And this guy got arrested because he was at the behest of a fake account pretending to be him, scamming people out of their money. Holy fried, dude. That tells you the lack of research that these authorities are doing. My God.
Report them, and I say it's intellectual property, which is the Vucum trademark, is obviously trademark. And then I also try scam and fraudulent activity. I try that report. They don't take it down. Like, they don't give a
So it's somebody just like saying they're Tyler Vucum, and then they'll go to sell somebody a watch that doesn't exist. They PayPal the money over, and then there's no watch.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can say...
I've been scammed out of a ticket before. When you get like really desperate for something, it's easy to fall trapped to these scams. There was a time where I really wanted a ticket to this show, and I was in a Facebook group, and somebody in the group, mind you, with a picture even, said, hey, I have an extra ticket, like my cousin couldn't make it or something. So I messaged this person, and they sent me a ticket with like the thing on it and all that to like scan at the thing. And then I got to the show, and it didn't fucking work. And then that was when I realized it was a scam, and the person had already blocked me by then. And then I learned my lesson real quick. I'm never doing that again. Never doing those like soft ticket sales over to the phone or whatever. But on a bigger note, this is the kind of thing that can happen when you start to enter those fields.
It's the person's fault as well who gets scammed.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know, because the deals that they're offering are too good to be true. But then again, some people might just see the name and be like, oh, like I trust that person. I watch his videos. What happens is they take the pages, will take my videos off of TikTok and Instagram and Shorts and all that. And then they'll repost my videos onto a page. They'll build the page up pretending to fully just be me. And then they'll post on their story or
How
like
do
they'll post like
how do the social platforms not fight against that? I don't
regular
fucking
posts
know.
and be like, hey, I have, a date just for sale. This is the year. They'll make it identical.
They should have a thing, because like there's people like Hasan who, and not to bring him up, but like there's people like who like he basically openly shares his IP, right? But there's other people that don't. And I feel like there should be some sort of defense mechanism against that to prevent that from happening. That's a crazy situation. Holy shit. This was his mugshot. They arrested him. Oh my God, dude. Release date, he was released 2 days later. Crazy, for something he didn't even fucking do. This guy's out here, it's like a whole like watch influencer.
Guys, this 36mm Rolex date just went for $900 under.
I want to know who the people are that can afford these watches. You know what I mean? I have a friend that does a similar thing, and he's like, these shoes come in at $700. And I'm like, who can afford these shoes? Like, I mean, obviously there's people out there, but like...
Day off at $17,650, right? Spent $17,400 on the Hulk. Still have...
Okay, dude. I'm sorry. I just don't find this stuff relatable.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the $100,000 challenge. The new budget is $15,600.
Okay, dude. That's crazy. What a fucking insane situation. A Florida man posted the high-speed chase. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see that? Yo, did you guys see this shit? Maybe I'll... Here. Here, I'll show you this. Here, check this out.
New crazy Florida chase.
Wait. No, where did the fucking original video go? Wait, where? What? Hold on. What? Florida police chase. I had the video queued up earlier, sorry. 2 shot in the police chase, blah, 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 blah. Was it this?
First at 5, we begin with breaking news.
No, fuck. I don't know why I can't find it. There was this police chase where they... Was it this? I can't fucking find it now. Oh, this might be it. Okay.
Ramp that shit off of... There's no way the officer's gonna pit on this side, right? That'd be,
Look at,
that'd
okay.
be ridiculous.
The police were chasing this guy through Florida. I saw this is probably the last thing I'll show. Police were chasing this guy through this like Florida like fucking little community or whatever. And then look at... Okay, they tried to pit him there, and then watch what ends up happening with this.
Oh shit!
The end of this is crazy. Okay, the tire came off.
He's running on rims. This is probably curtains, right?
Watch what happens here. Watch.
They're squeezing him. They're putting the squeeze on him. Yep. Kablam. Oh, wait a minute. He's engaging the afterburners. He's turbo boosting.
Wait, watch. He goes again.
Oh, God.
And then look. Watch.
If I was that guy in that vehicle, I would be beyond pissed right now that the officer just wrecked my shit for no reason. No, not the boat! Oh, God, not the boat, too.
They crashed him right into this fucking boat that this guy had just bought like 2 hours ago. Yeah, and fucking insane. I love police chases. That's probably all. That's probably all I got in me today. I feel myself getting tired. I feel myself getting boring. And I want to be a better streamer. And this is not helping me be a better streamer because I'm streaming past my limits. Maybe I need to post more videos. I always say that and then I don't. I think I do need to post more videos. I will. I'm going to get back to it. Alright. That's going to be it. That will be it for me. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. My face looks a little burnt. My eyeballs. Already a good stimmer. I know I'm a stimmer. He makes every trick look. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for me. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in for the stream. Things will be back to normal. Back to normal when I'll actually be fucking looking at stuff and have better takes on things because I'll be more tapped in. Be more tapped in this week. Hopefully. I'll try to stream again next week. I don't think I'll stream this weekend. Probably next week during the week I'll stream. That will probably be it. Drink more water. All right, there you go. I did it for you. All right. Love you all. Go tell your homies you love them. Go do something nice for somebody. And catch me in a denim stream tomorrow morning, or catch me in a sandwich stream the next night, or catch me in maybe Hasan's stream during the day. That's where I'll be. That's where I'll be. All right, and then next week I'll try to stream my normal time, 9:30 Central. I might even explore streaming an earlier time. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll try to make more videos. Maybe that's what I'll take my energy into. We'll see. All right, love you all. Have a good night. Adios. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you all for tuning in. All right.